Good morning, everyone. I'm Travis, and welcome to my new life. So I've just recently moved to Fishers, Indiana, from Huntington, Indiana, and I've kind of started over in life. I'm a neurodivergent autistic author of several books on autism. My book called Preparing for Your Future with Autism is a really great book. It gives you knowledge and firsthand insight into what growing up with autism is really all about. And so I wanted to take time to come to you today and tell you about my new life. So since moving to Fishers on October 22nd of 2021, I've met a lot of amazing people, made some new friends. I really enjoy it here, and it's a little different here because back home, being autistic, like I had a habit of, because I was so desperate for friendship, that I had a habit of I had to pay people to hang out with me. And unfortunately, I had gone through a ton of money paying people to hang out with me, and I had a lot of problems because I would take money from people, like my parents or my friends even, and I would spend it on paying girls to hang out with me, for example, or go on dates with me and things like that. And so I think that being desperate when you're autistic is a very difficult situation to deal with because you're not sure how to reach out to support, to make friends or to build relationships and things like that, of that nature. And so I think it's really important that we support people on the autism spectrum in building relationships, building healthy relationships, and teaching them how that they're worthy of people's attention without paying for attention. And so, like I said, I've stolen money from people to pay people to hang out with me. I've gone into extreme amounts of debt paying people to hang out with me and things like that in my old life. Now that was my old life, and since I've gotten my new life here in Fishers, Indiana, I haven't been paying people to hang out with me. I've made some friends, have people to hang out with me for free where I don't have to pay them to hang out with me. And it's amazing how much your budgeting skills improve when you're not budgeting paying people to hang out with you, right? So it's super cool to see how, life really improves when you're not paying people to hang out with you. So yeah, I really enjoyed. I'm enjoying my new life here in Fishers. I made some, like I said, some really great friends, but most importantly, I'm getting life skills. I've got people that are working with me on social skills to where I don't have to pay people to hang out with me, and I'm able to focus on building relationships for free, which is really nice. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my books because I'm trying to establish my own business as an author. Traditional employment is really difficult for me. What tends to happen when I get a job is that I get really anxious and I have a lot of anxiety, right? And so it's really hard for me to work. And I might like someone that I work with and want to build a friendship with them or a relationship with them. And, this causes me to come on too strong or act on that impulse of wanting to get to know them, which is sometimes inappropriate in a work setting, in a work environment, right? So I am working on building a self-employment stream to where I can sell books that I write about autism and other things, and I'm going to start writing some fiction novels and some children's books and things like that. And so I'm really trying to rebuild my brand here as an author, a neurodivergent author of books on autism. And I would appreciate your help in doing so. So if you could provide me with some support by going to my Amazon pages and purchasing my books and reading reviews of my books and things like that. They're really great books about autism and mental health. And I would appreciate you taking the time to read those and give me feedback on those and things like that, of that nature. And so, some of the things talked about in this book called Preparing for Your Future with Autism is going to be like sensory overload. So like people with autism have sensory issues, right? So we need an extra hug, like a hard hug, a tight squeeze, to make us feel that pressure. Or sometimes people with autism don't like to be touched. So we know that if you've met one person with autism, you've really only met one person with autism, right? So, sensory issues are extremely different across the spectrum. I like to touch. I'm a sensory seeker, so I like to touch people, and I don't like to be touched necessarily on my skin, but I like hugs. And so I don't like to be touched anywhere but except for a hug. But I like to do sensory seeker, so I like to touch. And I like to, part of the book about preparing for your future with autism, it talks about like sensory overload and emotional sensory overload. And what that means is, for example, if I have a friend and they're having a bad day, I might like pick up on that and like overreact to it. So like maybe they're just having a bad day, and some neurotypicals, when they're having a bad day, they just want to be left alone. Some people, when they're having a bad day, just want to be left alone, neurotypical or autistic. But in my mind, I feel like, oh my gosh, they're really sad. I'm feeling their sadness. And in order to feel better, I need to help them feel better. So I need to try and fix their situation. So for example, I had a friend who, her father passed away. And I thought that I needed to send her flowers every day for like 2 weeks. I thought I needed to cook her meals every day for 2 weeks, or like buy her meals every day for 2 weeks and have them delivered to her house. And I was just like over responding to that stimuli of her father passing away. And I was like overreacting, and it was just driving her bonkers because I kept trying to do nice things for her to help her get over her father's passing. Because I wanted her to feel better, because I wanted to feel better, and I wanted her to feel better because I cared about her, and things like that. And so that's going to be one of the things that's talked about in the Preparing for Your Future with Autism. I also talk about autism fixations, obsessions, and special interests. We're going to compare and contrast the differences between special interests, fixations, and obsessions. We're going to talk about puberty, sexuality in the book, relationships, how to build all those things and things like that. So the book is really good, and it would help me out a lot if you guys could purchase the book and leave a review of it. But my commitment to you as an author is to provide you with quality content about autism, firsthand accounts about autism, personal lived experiences with autism, and to just be authentic with you, and to not make the same mistakes that I made in my old life. So my new life is about coming clean, not taking money from friends to pay other friends to hang out with me, and just being really honest and authentic with people about my needs and my wants and concerns, and just being who I am. And so my new life in Fishers is thanks to my friend Kelly, who has really helped me to build my life here in Fishers, Indiana. I've got a great support network. Kelly's helped me build a great support network. I've got a lot of friends, a lot of relationships that are going on, and things like that. So I'm really, really excited about the future here. And I would just appreciate you guys taking the time to like my pages, to check out my website when I get that built and ready for you, and to really focus on my books and help me build my branding and help me, read my books and leave reviews of my books and things like that. So I just wanted to thank you and welcome you to my Facebook page. I hope that you guys are having a great week, and I hope you guys want to learn more about autism, because I want to teach you all about autism, what it's like to live with an autistic person, and things like that. So if you ever have any questions for me, feel free to reach out on Facebook and let me know what's going on with your life and how I can be of assistance to you with autism. So thanks for watching this video, and we hope that you guys have a great week. Take care.